Ma'am, yesterday I did not ask you, madam. Ma'am, can I give a marrow definition, ma'am?
Yes, yes. So what is so see, in our bones, the bones are filled with a substance that is called marrow. Okay, so what is marrow? It is a substance that is present inside our bone. And what is its function? It helps to produce blood. It helps in producing blood. Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
ma'am.
Okay. Then next, let me turn the page. Next, we saw different parts of the skeleton, right? Wait a minute. Okay, so these are different parts, right? So skull that protects the brain, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then there was pectoral girdle. What it in what it helps? It helps in shoulder movement. ठीक है? Shoulder की movement करने में help करता है pectoral girdle. Then there is rib cage. So how is rib cage? What is the function of rib cage? It protects the organs that are present. Like you can see the upper part of the body that are like heart and lungs. ठीक है?
Okay, ma'am.
All right. Then there is backbone. Now, what is the function of backbone? See, backbone, it provides the support, it provides utmost support to our body. Okay, what does it do? It protects the spinal cord also, and because of backbone only, our body can stay upright. It can stay like we can stand straight. It is because of the backbone, right?
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. Then there is pelvic girdle. What is pelvic girdle? It helps in sitting, standing, and bending. We are able to sit, we are able to stand and bend because of this thing. And then last, we learned about limb bones. So what are limb bones? They are the bones that are present in the lower part of your body. ठीक है? जो हमारी legs की bones होती हैं, that. So it helps us move our arms and legs. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Now today we'll move to the next topic, that is just check, is it this only? Just check the page number. Is it the joints?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. We'll learn about joints. Okay. So what are joints? These can be categorized into two parts. Okay. Joints, it can be categorized into two parts that are immovable and movable. Immovable, that means which cannot move. ठीक है, जो move नहीं कर सकते हम, that are fixed. And the other one, movable. ठीक है, that can be moved. So immovable or fixed joint कौन से होंगे? That cannot move. So what these joints do? They provide protection to internal organs. ठीक है, ये किसको प्रोटेक्ट करते हैं? जो हमारे इंटरनल ऑर्गन्स होते हैं ना, जैसे इंटरनल ऑर्गन्स, दैट मीन्स प्रेजेंट inside our body, we can say heart and our lungs, like this. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. And the movable joints, what are movable joints? That can be moved. Okay. So like yesterday also I told you what are joints. Joints we can say कि जो हमारी दो bones को join कर रहा है. ठीक है. For example, we have if you take the example of our elbow or our knees. ठीक है. All this are the example of joints. So these are movable joints. You can move your knee, right? हम अपनी knee move कर सकते हैं ना, and we can move our elbow also, and then we can move our neck also, left, right, then upwards and downwards in all the directions, है ना?
Yes,
Right?
ma'am.
Okay, so this comes under movable joints. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
And yes, and this it is because of movable joints only that help that we can do different actions. ठीक है, we can move, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now you can see these are the different examples of movable joints. Can you see here? Neck, knee, elbow, and shoulder.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then these are the examples of immovable joints. Skull, rib cage. Can you see?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. Then next is no cartilage. Yes, about cartilage also we studied yesterday. So what does cartilage do? Cartilage covers the ends of the bone. You know, in the previous page, you can just turn the page and check once. Cartilage, what does it do? It covers the ends of the bone and keeps them from rubbing against each other. देखो bones, now bones are attached to each other है ना, जो bones है they are attached to each other, हमारा जो skeleton है उसमें, so it protects अगर वो ऐसे attach होंगी तो it will also rub each other, no, if it will be attached together,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
So what is the function of cartilage? Cartilage क्या करती है? It covers the ends of the bone which protects them from rubbing each other, rubbing against each other. ठीक है?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, body bone will be soft or rough, ma'am.
Which bone beta?
Ma'am, human body bone, ma'am.
Oh, sorry, I cannot hear you. Please, can you repeat?
Ma'am, human body bone, ma'am, it will
Achha,
be soft.
all the bones, they are hard only, but there is some part that is soft. Okay, so though yesterday I told you this thing on the previous page, it was given also that there is a part which is hard also, and there is a part in our bone which is soft also, but basically it will be hard only. That is why it is giving our body support. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So this much have you understood
Yes,
about
ma'am.
joints? Okay, so if asked that what are joints, so definition of joints can be joints are the places where two or more bones meet. Okay, where two or more bones meet. Okay, Huma, understood?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am,
Okay.
can you repeat again, ma'am?
Yes, so it is, you can see here also, it is mentioned here also the definition. The place where two or more bones meet, it is called a joint.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, and these are the different examples that you will mention while writing your answers. Shall we move ahead?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Oh, what is the next topic? Is it our body movements? Is this the next topic
Ma'am,
or
it is
muscles?
muscles.
Okay, it is
Muscles, ma'am.
muscles. All right, all right. Actually, the page number was not visible clearly. Yeah. Okay, so now let us come to muscles. Okay. Now, if we talk about muscles, there are number of muscles in our body. Okay. So if we talk in numbers, so there are more than 600 muscles. Okay, so what are the functions of muscles? तो हमारी जो bones है, ठीक है, there are bones in our body, but जो bones होती हैं, they require the help of muscles to move. Bones cannot move on their own. So what does muscles do? Muscles help the bones to move. Okay.
Ma'am, if in exam the question comes, what are muscles? So then I will write muscles help bone to move, ma'am.
Yes, so you can write, yeah. So in muscles, you can mention all these three lines. That the human, like if it will be asked that what are muscles and what are the types of muscles mein to we'll have this two types, and then you can write all these like all these three lines, that the human body has more than 600 muscles and bones cannot move by themselves, so muscles help them to move. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, then let us come to types of muscles. Now there are two types of muscles that we have. Okay, so first are voluntary muscles and the second one is involuntary muscles. Okay, what are these? Voluntary and involuntary. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
yes. So first let us study about voluntary muscles. So what are voluntary muscles? Voluntary muscles are those which are under our control. ठीक है, voluntary वो होती है जो कि हमारे कंट्रोल में होती है, which we can control. For example, if we talk about our hands, our legs, ठीक है, ये जो muscles होती हैं, it is under our control ना. You can move your hand in whatever direction you want, है ना, however you want. You can move your hands. Similarly, you can move your legs however you want, right? So the muscles that are under your control, that is known as voluntary muscles. That are known as what? Voluntary muscles. And involuntary, just the opposite of it, that the muscles which are not under our control. Okay, we cannot control their movement. Those are known as involuntary muscles. So in involuntary muscles, what can be the examples? Just think, without looking in the book, just try. Like inside our body, what can be the different muscles, what can be, or you can say what can be the different organs that are not in our control?
My my internal organ.
Yes, correct. So internal,
Ma'am.
correct. So the internal organs, for example, heart, then stomach, then intestine, large intestine, small intestine, all these internal organs, these are not under our control. And now we cannot stop our heart to beat, or we cannot judge its pace or anything. So these are not under our control. So it comes under which type of muscles? Involuntary muscles.
Okay,
Okay?
ma'am.
Yes. Let us also read. Okay, would you like to read from here?
Yes,
Just
ma'am.
read this voluntary muscles. First read all these points
Okay,
and
ma'am.
then we'll move to involuntary. Yes.
Voluntary muscles. We can control their movement. Examples: excess muscles.
Skeletal muscles. Yes. So
Skeletal
skeletal
muscles.
muscles.
Skeletal muscles work in pairs. When one type of muscle contracts, the other type relaxes. To move the bones that they are attached to. The biceps muscle contracts and the short ends and the triceps muscle
Hmm.
relax. To bend the arm at the elbow, the
Hmm.
biceps muscles relax or and the
Lengthen. Hmm.
lengthens and the triceps muscle contracts to stretch up the arm.
Yes. So did you understand
Yeah,
what is
ma'am.
being given?
What
Yes.
are biceps and triceps now?
Okay. So biceps and triceps, so the part that is present near the shoulder. See, just if we observe our shoulder, so these are the biceps. Okay. And below only are the triceps only. So these are the muscles that are present on our shoulder. Okay. So what happens is जो हमारी skeletal muscles होती है ना, so they work in pair. They work in pair means in pair of two, we can say. So when one type of muscle contract, the other one will relax. It will move contrary. So when one will contract, the other one will relax. Okay. And
Okay, ma'am.
then what will happen? जब ये muscles contract and relax होंगी, then the bones that are attached to those muscles, they will move. And when bones will move, then जो भी हम action करना चाहते हैं, we can do that action accordingly. ठीक
Okay,
है?
ma'am.
And this is the example that is being given, that the biceps muscles, जो हमारी biceps muscles हैं, they contract or shortens, and the tricep muscles relaxes to bend the arm or the elbow. So what is happening? The biceps and triceps muscles, they are working in pairs. They are working in pairs. So when the bicep muscles, it contracts, then the triceps muscles relaxes. ठीक है?
Okay, ma'am.
And then what is the action that is being that is happening? Then we are able to bend the arm at the elbow. हम अपनी arm कैसे क्या कर सकते हैं? Bend कर सकते हैं. So when we move our elbow, है ना, to bend our arm, what is happening? The biceps and triceps muscles, they are performing their action of contraction and relaxation. ठीक है?
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. Similarly, the biceps muscle relaxes or lengthens and the triceps muscles contracts to stretch the arm. अब अगर हमें opposite करना है, see in this case we are bending the arm, We are bending our arm, and in the second case, what we are doing, we are stretching the arm. Stretching means we are putting it straight. Okay, and when we put it straight, now what happens? Just the opposite of the upper one. Now the opposite is happening now. The biceps muscles will relax. Now this will relax and the triceps muscle will contract to stretch the arm. Okay?
Ma'am, contract means
Contract मतलब बेटा एक साथ आना, like what will we call in Hindi? एक होता है expand होना. ठीक है, एक्सपैंड हमने वो पढ़ा है ना, जैसा मैथ्स में पढ़ता है एक्सपैंडेड फॉर्म, कॉम्पैक्ट फॉर्म.
yes, ma'am.
ठीक है, तो उसी का लाइक दैट ओनली. कॉन्ट्रैक्ट होना मतलब इकट्ठा होना, वी कैन से कमिंग टुगेदर. ठीक है,
Okay, ma'am.
यस. एंड रिलैक्स मतलब एक्सपैंड होना. ऑलराइट.
Yes, ma'am.
So this was the example of voluntary muscles. So what are voluntary muscles? Now you can tell that voluntary muscles are the muscles which are under our control. Okay, which are under our control, so we can control their movement. And this will be the examples of voluntary muscles, that are skeletal muscles. Okay. So
Yes,
when it will be asked what are voluntary muscles, you can provide these examples also to make your answer more effective, attractive. Okay, we can mention these examples.
okay,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay. Next, we have involuntary muscles, as we have studied. So what are involuntary muscles? It's the opposite of voluntary. We cannot control their movement, है ना, which are not under our control. And इसमें कोई example को हमें detail में लिखने की need नहीं है. We can just mention the examples that are heart muscles and intestine muscles. Okay, with that are not under our control. ये जैसा जो process हमारी body के अंदर हो रहा है, they will follow the same process. We cannot change the process. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Just go through it once
Okay, ma'am.
and tell me if you have any doubt. Movements. Now, here are listed some body movements and how it works. Okay. So now, bones, joints, and muscles. Let's read from here. Bones, joints, and muscles, they work together to allow the bones to move. Sorry, not bones to move, to allow the body to move. ठीक है. So our body, how does our body move? हमारी body कैसे move कर रही है? All these three are like working together in order to allow our body to move. है ना? bones है हमारी body में. Bones कैसे joint हो रखी है? Like bones are attached with the help of joints. And then what are muscles doing? Muscles are helping the bones to move. So basically, all these three are required, okay, in order so that our body can move. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. Now see, here are given biceps and triceps that you were asking. Now, what are biceps and triceps? In this, what happens is, now see, can you see this part, the shoulder one part? ये कौन सा part है? जो shoulder है हमारा, है ना, shoulder. So the shoulder part, what is it? It is the fixed part that we have. ये fix रहता है ना, ये part fix रहता है. And see, one end of the muscle is attached to a fixed bone. तो जो muscle है वो किससे attach है? One end of the muscle is attached to a fixed bone that is here in the shoulder, and the other end of the muscle. So we are talking about the muscle that is here. ठीक है? We are talking about biceps and triceps. So one end is attached to the shoulder part, that is a fixed bone, जो कि fixed bone है, and the other end of the muscle, it is attached to what? It is attached to movable bone. And what is this movable bone? That is in our elbow. जो हमारी elbow में होती है, that is movable. है ना? It is movable only ना. You can move your elbow up and
Yes,
down. Yes. Then what happens? Muscles का जो contraction and relaxation होता है ना, अभी हमने पढ़ा था muscles contracts and relaxes. So उससे क्या होता है? It allows the bones to move. That only allows the bones to move. जब muscles क्या होती हैं? Contract होती है and relax होती हैं. It allows the bones to move. Okay? But bones कहाँ पे move कर सकती हैं? सिर्फ bones can only move at the joints. ठीक है, आप एल्बो अपनी मूव कर सकते हो, बट जो आपकी एल्बो एंड शोल्डर के बीच की जो बोन्स है, कैन यू मूव दैट? है
no,
ना,
ma'am.
जस्ट यू कैन नॉट मूव, वी कैन नॉट मूव इट, है ना, तो दैट इज स्ट्रेट. वी कैन ओनली मूव आवर बोन्स दैट आर एट द जॉइंट्स. दैट इज, जैसे हमारी नेक है, ठीक है, ओके, सो वी कैन मूव आवर नेक अप एंड डाउन, लेफ्ट एंड राइट, वी कैन मूव आवर नेक. बट if we talk about these bones which are not at the joints, we cannot move them. ठीक है, सेम इज द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ अ नीज. हमारी जो नीज है, दिस इज द नी जॉइंट. ठीक है, यहाँ से हम लाइक वी कैन मूव आवर लेग फ्रंट एंड बैक इन एनी डायरेक्शन, वी कैन मूव आवर लेग. बट अबव दैट जो हमारी थाई बोन होती है, वी कैन नॉट मूव इट, है ना, वो तो स्ट्रेट रहती है. सो what can we summarize from here? We can summarize that bones can only move at the joints. This thing. Okay? Bones
Okay,
can
ma'am.
only move at the joints. Then cartilages and ligaments help in smooth movement of bones in the movable joints. जो movable joints हैं, ठीक है, movable joints that are knee joint or our elbow joint. So उसको smooth कौन बनाता है? Cartilages and ligaments. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Now,
how will
yes, beta.
ma'am, how will ligaments, ma'am?
What, beta?
Ma'am, how
Yes.
will be ligaments, ma'am?
How will ligaments help?
No, ma'am,
In-
how it will be, ma'am?
How, like you're asking that, how it,
Ma'am, how will be ligaments, ma'am?
how will be ligaments?
Yes, ma'am.
So should I show you like in picture or what? So ligaments क्या होते हैं? हमारी bones को ये cover करके रखते हैं बेटा. So it is inside our body only.
Okay, ma'am.
ठीक है? So we can say that uh, ये एक ना elastic type के होता है. It is like an elastic. Okay, it connects, like it covers the bones also, and it provides we can say stability to the joints.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Next is for strong bones, muscles and joints, what should we do? ठीक है, if we want strong bones, muscles and joints, what should we do? Number one, we should eat, just a second. Yeah. So what should we eat? We should eat rich, like we should eat food which is rich in calcium, vitamins, and all other minerals that we have. Okay, carbohydrates and all. Okay. And vitamin D is very good for our bones. ठीक है, vitamins, that is why it is advised ना that we should drink milk in order to strengthen your bones. है ना, you
Yes,
must have heard that it is advised to children that you should drink milk regularly, right?
yes, ma'am.
Yes, so it is because vitamin D is present in milk and it makes our bones very strong. Okay, and then
Okay, ma'am.
we should do physical exercises and yoga every day. We also discussed it yesterday, you know, that how much physical exercise is necessary for us. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so if now if this is asked that what should we do for strong bones, muscles and joints, we should eat healthy food which is rich in all the nutrients, calcium, vitamins, carbohydrates, all these. And then especially vitamin D is very good for our bones, right? And then we should do physical exercises and yoga as much as we can, if not every day, as much as we can. And we should, you know, make our body active, should keep our body active every time. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so I think this is all.
Yes,
Is there
ma'am.
any, you know, it's, I think this is all in this chapter. Okay, let us quickly revise what all we have done. Okay, only these three topics were there, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, just a second. Okay, so about bones, we have studied that total 206 bones are there in the body. Okay, so these work together and these make up the skeleton. Then each bone in our body, it plays a different functions. Okay, then what are the functions? We have studied the functions, that it helps in the movement of various body parts, then it gives shape and support to the body, and it protects all the internal organs of the body, right? Then there is a substance that is called marrow, which is present inside our bones, and what it does, it helps in producing blood. Okay.
Yes,
then
ma'am.
then there were different uh, parts of the skeleton that we have studied. Let us go through that again. Okay, so these were the different parts that we studied. Okay, skull, this pectoral girdle, rib cage, backbone, all these. And see, all these have different functions, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then next we studied about muscles. Just a minute. Yeah. Okay, before muscles, that is the joints. So about joints, what we studied, how many types of joints are there?
Ma'am, there
Mhm.
are two types of joints, ma'am.
Yes. What are those?
Ma'am, movable joint and immovable joint, ma'am. Ma'am,
Yes.
immovable joint, they can't move, ma'am, and
Yes.
movable joint, they can move, ma'am.
Yes. Correct. So immovable joints, which can which cannot move, they are fixed, and then movable joints which can move. So in immovable joints, what can be the examples? The skull, the rib cage. And in movable joints, what can be the examples? Neck, knee, elbow, and shoulder. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And next, we studied about muscles. What are the two types of muscles that we have?
And voluntary muscles, involuntary muscles, ma'am.
Yes.
And
And
voluntary muscles,
yes,
ma'am, we can control them, but we can't control them, ma'am.
yes, correct. And then involuntary muscles and voluntary muscles, if we talk about the examples, so in involuntary, the examples can be heart muscle and intestine muscles. And involuntary, what can be the examples? Okay, so voluntary muscles में skeletal up एक combine करके we can write that skeletal muscles. So skeletal muscles में what will come? The muscles which we have in the knees, the elbows, these will come under voluntary muscles. Okay, and also the neck. The neck can also have involuntary muscles because we can move our neck also. You know?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So anything that is under our control, which we can move according to ourselves, that will come under voluntary muscles. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. Then we studied about next. This we have done. Okay, then our body movements that we had started out biceps and triceps. So the muscle that the biceps and triceps muscle jo hoti hain, now what how it is attached. So one end is attached to a fixed bone and the other end is attached to a movable bone that can move. And then another point we started that bones can only move at the joints, right? Not in between, but bones can only move at the joints, be it any joint, right? And how, like, in order to move our body, all these three things have to be in a synchronized way. Like the bones, the joints, and the muscles, they have to work together in order to like to allow our body to move. Okay.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
and then lastly, in that, for to make our bones stronger, we should eat food that is very healthy, that is rich in all the nutrients. Okay, then vitamin D is very good for bones, and we should keep our body active and do as much as physical exercise as we can, and that will make our bones stronger. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
just just go through एक बार सारे topics में go through करो and tell me if you have any doubt.
Okay,
Then we
ma'am.
move forward. Okay, is this chapter completed in your school, Uma?